Welcome back to The Circle. In a small kitchen, there are hundreds of people cracking eggs, preparing pastry and whipping up the meat and veggies. But it's not a restaurant kitchen that all this is happening in. It's a very special place called FareShare. And Alicia McCormick recently stepped through the front door.
Have you ever wondered where all of the food that's left over from an event or a restaurant goes? Or the food that's not sold on a day at a market? Or even the containers of food that fall off the back of a truck? Unfortunately, most of it ends up in the trash, headed for landfill. It's estimated that 20 million tonnes of it ends up there each year. That's around $5 billion worth of food, which just doesn't make any sense considering that in Australia, 2 million people are going hungry each day. Thankfully, organisations like FareShare exist.
FareShare is a charity that's been going for over 10 years. We work with businesses to collect their surplus food that they can't use. We bring it into our kitchen where volunteers cook around 2,000 meals every day that we give out for free to charities. FareShare's got 6 refrigerated vans on the ground. They're driving around to manufacturers, to supermarkets, to the wholesale market. We bring that food into the kitchen where we cook it. We then take it to around 300 different agencies and they then distribute it out to families in need.
We certainly are dependent upon organisations like FareShare, where we do fortnightly pickups of food, and that is for anyone in the community that wants to come. There would be those who perhaps are not able to provide a meal for whatever reason for themselves, so they might be struggling financially. There are those who are socially isolated and just want to come and mix with people. There's those who are homeless, those who perhaps are wanting to work through some addiction issues. So we are very dependent upon all those workers and also the donations of food that we're able to get.
Of course, FareShare can't do it on their own. They rely heavily on the generosity of people and businesses that are committed to making a difference. And especially those who donate thousands of kilos of produce that would normally have gone to landfill.
Well, FareShare is the most generous charity in Melbourne. They give away everything. Everything's donated to them, they put the effort in, they run on a minimal budget, and they just give food away. There's no money changing hands at all, and that's the delightful thing about it.
You've gotten a lot of people involved through these markets.
Yeah. Everyone really wants to be charitable. We could be giving $10 every year to the Red Cross appeal, but we're actually part of the solution this way. You know, that's what it's all about. Yeah. It doesn't cost us that much, but it makes us feel good, that's for sure.
And there's nothing better than that,
Absolutely.
And nothing's going to waste.
Nothing goes to waste, yeah.
As much as people think of FareShare as an organisation helping people in need of a meal, we're also doing the environmental service as well, whether it's petrol, bringing food to market, whether it's water in growing something, whether it's fertiliser that's being used, making sure that that's not wasted, but that food goes to good use. So around 5 years ago, we were cooking 100,000 meals. We're now cooking 500,000 meals a year. We know the need for us is to be cooking 1 million meals a year, and that's really our goal. So over the next couple of years, we want to be in a larger kitchen. We need people to donate money to help us get into that larger kitchen and then cook those million meals and help those charities and ultimately the people in need.
Amazing man. And quickly, they do an incredible program where if you're single, you know the problem with sometimes you're single, you don't have a way to meet partners and go out on dates.
Clubs or...
Yeah, you don't want to go to a nightclub, you don't want to drink. They have this wonderful program where you can go there and you have 25 girls are matched with 25 guys and you cook the meals for the homeless people and meanwhile meet like-minded people and you see them, they're so cute, they're sort of flirting over the eggs. And flirting over the pastry, and I've had some girlfriends that have met really lovely guys.
Me too.
Well, we want to thank Alicia, and you guys can find out more about FareShare on the Circle website. Now, today's final offer of the morning from the Circle and Nikki.